Hi people, welcome to Wilco Whites. I'm Sean. Please like and subscribe. That would be just fantastic for myself and for the channel. All right, getting straight into it. Gudmundsson, it's reported now that he has done his medical at Leeds United. I think we're just waiting on the club to announce the new left back signing. So that one's exciting. Also, Sam Byram looks like he might be signing a new deal at Leeds. Talks seem positive, probably a 12-month extension. Again, one for me, no-brainer. Get him in, squad player. Gives us a bit more depth and that Premier League experience that we lack. So that moves me on to this guy, Sean Longstaff. It's obviously being reported, and I will read the report. 12 million euros, I think it's 10 million plus 2 million add-ons for the Newcastle midfielder. Being linked most of pre-season. So I will read the report. Sean Longstaff offers Leeds United something they lack with transfer move edging closer. Now, this is what I think as well of Sean Longstaff. So his move to Ellen Road seems imminent with Newcastle-based sister title, The Chronicle, sharing that a bid for Leeds United has been accepted. Obviously, the bid there, it says 10 million offer with a potential 2 million add-ons. The Magpies are getting a double figure £1 million sum for a player who started just 8 Premier League games last season. But Leeds, they are gaining a talent who is in his prime at 27 and has 171 top flight games under his belt. Not to mention his 5 Champions League outings, during which he scored against Paris Saint-Germain. Leeds are still open to bringing in another midfielder and are not ruling anything out, though, and aware that competition for Anton Stack from Hoffenheim is fierce. It's anticipated that if a deal does get over the line, it will be a long, drawn-out affair. I think we've touched on that as well. In the general scheme of things, his arrival seems less likely than other targets they are gunning for. Besides, Leeds are in need of one thing, and particularly midfield, Premier League experience. This is something that Habib Diarra or Siddiqui do not have. Out of the current on-the-books options in midfield, Ethan Ampadu is the only one who's played in the top tier. And this was only capped at just 26 matches. Obviously, Tanaka, Gruev, and they've mentioned Diaby there, have no Premier League experience. Now, that touched on everything. It brings the Premier League experience for me. He's a good player, no doubt. Obviously, highly rated at Newcastle. Eddie Howe wanted him to stay. He's got the Premier League experience, great work ethic. Tactically, he's got an understanding of the tactics needed. Looking at his positioning there, 209 times he's played in centre midfield, can play defensive midfield. Even attacking midfield, where he's done quite well. 31 appearances, 10 goals, 3 assists in that attacking midfield position. So I'm happy with it. I think as long as we still push for another midfielder, it will give us great options. I do think, obviously, the Stack one is going to probably be dragged out towards the back end of the transfer window, as like the report says, other clubs are interested. Now, for me, that would give us massive options in that midfield. But I like it. I like again, the profile of the player. It's all about the profile. That's for me. It really is. It's what we need. It's a steady option. He's not going to pull up any trees, but no doubt this guy will fit into our squad. No problem. Okay, moving on. Now, I'll just remove. So we reported obviously on Milinkovic-Savic, the goalkeeper. Now, I know Napoli were also interested, but this one's quite interesting. I've seen this today. So Napoli have been linked with former Roma and Atalanta goalkeeper Rui Patricio. Now, if this means they sign this goalkeeper, for me, I think that leaves the door open for us. Also, the fact that Italian media are now reporting it speaks volumes. Seen this one as well. Leeds United talks for Vanja Milinkovic-Savic progressed last night, and the Premier League sides may decide to activate the Torino goalkeeper's release clause, which is just slightly above 20 million euros for clubs outside of Serie A. I will just read this again. It's reported that Leeds have the advantage over Napoli in the race for the 28-year-old. More recently, it's been stated that Leeds are pushing hard to sign Milinkovic-Savic. However, further updates have emerged via reliable Italian journalist Alfredo Padula. It appears Leeds are not letting this one go, with Padula stating that Leeds insists to both Milinkovic-Savic and Torino to get a deal done for the former Manchester United youngster. Padula's website has since added further to that Milinkovic-Savic is able to leave Torino if a team pays a clause by the end of July. The clause is just under 20 million for Italians and slightly above 20 million for abroad. But so far, they have not pushed ahead for a move. Crucially, it reports that Leeds made a new and in-depth inquiry for Savic, and they could now decide to pay the clause. He writes that there is no final decision yet, but the situation is to be followed. Yeah, so that one's gaining legs. I think Leeds are really pushing for this goalkeeper, which again excites me. Is the one that I would like out of the ones that we're looking at the minute. And no doubt he's got the quality. If you look at the video I did yesterday, you'll see why his stats there. Okay. I just want to talk about a couple of youngsters that Leeds are looking at as well, which might not be too exciting, but I like the players we're linked with. Now, these two have propped up. Now, according to the YEP, Leeds are set to sign Manchester City youngster Jadon Linau. The 70-year-old moved to Manchester from Everton a year ago. He played a big part for City's youth sides, and he's already capped at under-18 levels for Wales. So Fabrizio Romano reported that the final package will be just under 500k, £500,000. Leeds will also try to add Liverpool youngster Luis Inhora Marcus. The teenager was released from the club this summer after featuring for the Reds under-18 side last season. Both players will move directly to Leeds under-21 side under Scott Gardner. So Linau is a highly talented left back, and I think again that's something we lack at the club throughout the age groups. Does like to get forward, defensively solid, and it's definitely probably one for the future. So one to keep an eye on is this guy. The Luis Enora Marcus. Now he's a tall, and you can see about the picture there, tall centre back. Go sticking with that theme. You know, the really tall, heighty players, strong in the tackle. Again, get him in. It's going to boost our under-21 team, no doubt about it. Okay, I want to move on to the Ellen Road now. Here we go. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Right, so planning application. Again, I'll just read this. Leeds United Football Club are pleased to announce a planning application has been submitted to Leeds City Council for the enhancement of Ellen Road Stadium. This follows the conclusion of thorough public consultations throughout April, May and June, where supporters and the local community were invited to share feedback on the proposals. The results from the consultation questionnaire were overwhelming in favour, with 98% of respondents supporting the club's overall proposals to enhance Ellen Road Stadium. Comments raised throughout the consultation period have been reflected within the planning application. Further results showed 97% of respondents supported an increase in capacity, 98% of respondents supported the design plans, and 99% of respondents supported the economical benefits being delivered locally. The application includes a detailed plan for the West Stand, along with an outline application for the North Stand. The evolution and revitalisation of Ellen Road will provide greatly improved general admission and hospitality facilities, taking the overall estimated capacity to 53,000, helping the club meet demand for tickets, with 26,000 supporters currently on the waiting list. And there we go again. Now, I did... And I'll just show you this because I did go on the stadium tour on Saturday with my daughter, and I did take this picture. Now this is the grass coming through now. It's looking very nice for the season. Going around the stadium, there's actually work already on with, not actually to the actual structure itself, just like new changing rooms for like under 18 players and things like that. But it's happening behind the scenes. It really is. They're looking at doing some more upgrades. I can't wait for this one to get started. I think the application might take up to 13 weeks, but to me, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be done quite quick, and then we can start then, obviously, doing a little bit of work to the new stadium. Now, what they have said is on the stadium tour, they are going to develop the stand. I think the one opposite the West Stand. They're going to develop the stand over the top of the original, so supporters can sit at the bottom. Then when that's done, they'll move everybody up, and then they'll start work on the bottom. So they won't lose capacity. So that, again, in itself is exciting. So that's it for me. Hope you've liked what you've heard. Again, please like and subscribe. Again, please get over and get your content creators, Leeds Content Creators Cup tickets. July 20th. It's coming thick and fast at John Charles Stadium. I will leave the link in the description. So thanks for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.